Thank you for choosing Harris Ace as your favorite place to buy hardware and building supplies. Stop by Harris Ace Hardware and check out their weekly deals. Sign up for Ace Rewards and start earning points toward coupons and rewards. You'll even receive a $5 coupon just for signing up. Harris Ace Hardware in Jesup, Hinesville, Eulonia, and now in Brunswick. They are ready to serve your everyday building and hardware needs. Harris Ace Hardware.
It's time now for a look at on local sports and sports. Another week of voluntary workouts at the high schools and middle schools across the state. And beginning today, the GHSA has allowed now 50 participants in a session, up from 25 last week. Also, a ball can be used this week, which means quarterbacks can throw to receivers, volleyball players can practice their serves, basketball players can shoot now. GHSA did make it clear that still no scrimmages are allowed and athletes must continue social distancing. Other safety mandates imposed by the GHSA still in place. Executive Director Robin Hines says just a couple of things have changed. Everything else remains in place. He says receivers still can't line up against defensive backs in practice. But beginning today, quarterbacks and pitchers can begin throwing a ball, something they were not allowed to do the past 2 weeks. Hines says he meets weekly with his Sports Medicine Advisory Committee to review the recent pandemic numbers by the CDC and state officials. He says the committee voted last week to move ahead despite the fact that the numbers were increasing in the state of Georgia. Hines says they'll continue to monitor the numbers, make decisions accordingly. But again, this week, the number of participants up from 25 to 50. And again, that's taking place this week at both the high school and middle school. There's been a change for Arthur Williams Middle School softball tryouts as they'll be held July 13th and 14th. 2-day tryouts instead of 3. Also, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders will all try out together at the same time. Tryouts will be held at the Ben Park Complex on field number 2 those days. Tryouts will be from 10 to approximately 12:30 each day. Once again, this information from head coach at Arthur Williams softball, Coach Jason Osteen. Webb Simpson won the RBC Heritage Open held this past weekend on Hilton Head Island. They had a lot of rain yesterday, but they were able to get it in. Simpson finishes the event at 22 under par. Interesting incident Saturday is Bubba Watson's ball landed in a sand trap on the top of a crab that moved the ball. And Watson had to get an official ruling, as he said he definitely didn't want to kill the crab. Just when you think you've seen everything in sports, all golf analysts say they never saw a ball land on a live crab before in a golf match. NFL news today, Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback Dak Prescott not able to reach a long-term deal, so he plans to sign the one-year franchise tag for the price of $31.4 million a season. Two sides still have until July 15th to come up with a long-term deal, or else Prescott can become a free agent and hit the market at the end of the season. Prescott says he will report to training camp on time, hopes that he and Mr. Jerry Jones can agree on a long-term contract. Prescott and his agent looking for a deal that pays him somewhere between $35 to $38 million a season, but so far that deal has not been offered to the quarterback. NASCAR has banned the Confederate flag that cars and pickup trucks that drove along the nearby roads at Talladega over the weekend with the Confederate flag flying. And a plane above flew overhead with the Confederate flag and a sign that said to fund NASCAR. NASCAR Executive VP Steve O'Donnell slammed the display outside the venue, saying that NASCAR has made its decision about the Confederate flag and they will not be allowed. Also, a sad incident over the weekend is 26-year-old Bubba Wallace, who was the biggest advocate to remove the flag, came back to his garage and found a noose hung in the garage. NASCAR released a statement saying they're angry and outraged and will conduct a full investigation into this heinous act. He says, as we've stated unequivocally, that there is no place for racism in NASCAR, and this act only strengthens our resolve to make the sport open and welcoming to all. Wallace wrote on Twitter that his mother told him years ago that the acts like this are simply to try to scare you, but Wallace says it will not break him. He says he'll continue to be proudly standing for what he believes in. Once again, they state a full investigation is underway to attempt to find out who placed the noose in the garage. That's going to do it for latest in local sports. Sports is brought to you each and every day this time by your friends at Harris Ace Hardware.
Dementia caregiving can be challenging, especially now during the coronavirus pandemic. The Alzheimer's Association remains committed to providing care and support for families living with Alzheimer's and other dementia. They'll assist you with 24/7 support, resources, and tips about caregiving during the pandemic for people living with dementia, caregivers, and their families. During these difficult times and always, you're not alone in the fight against Alzheimer's. For support, contact the Alzheimer's Association at 800-272-3900 and online at alz.org/Georgia.
Sir, you are now being placed under arrest for driving under an influence.
What does that mean?
That means you've earned a night in the Gray Bar Motel. During your stay, you'll be photographed, fingerprinted, and given a stylish jumpsuit. And each room has an en-suite bathroom.
Is all this free?
Oh, no. Fines, court costs, and legal bills could add up to $10,000 or more.
Save your money for a real hotel. Drive sober, or we will pull you over.
This message brought to you by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Our customers comes first at First Franklin Financial. It's not just a slogan, it's the way we do business. Since 1941, we've been helping our friends and neighbors in the Southeast with their financial needs. We offer personal loans, bill consolidation loans, and more. So stop by our office today. We're conveniently located at 1074 North Macon Street, or give us a call at 912-427-4237. You can also start your application online at www.1ffc.com. All loan terms and applicable APR depends on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on Big Dog Country 105.5. PGA Tour, Webb Simpson winning the RBC Heritage at Hilton Head Island in South Carolina, firing a 7-under par 64 on Sunday, which included 5 birdies in a span of 6 holes on the back 9. He wins the tournament by 1 shot over Abraham Answer. It was Simpson's second win on tour this season. He won at Phoenix back in February. His 22-under 262 set a new tournament record. The tour will head to Connecticut this week for the Travelers Championship. The NASCAR Cup Series had their race at Talladega postponed due to heavy rain and winds on Sunday. The race will be held this afternoon at the Superspeedway. Martin Truex Jr. will start from the pole position alongside Denny Hamlin, who's coming off his 3rd win of the season last week at Homestead. Blue Emu, no chill, no burn, no odor, just what you need to soothe tired muscles and joints. I'm Tony Desiri, Big Dog Country 105.5.
We're here to tell you about Boost Mobile's new upgraded network.
That's right. Stronger signal, faster speeds, and more coverage.
So now you can get everything you want faster, like Pitbull's music.
No, the new upgraded network means you can download music faster than ever before. It doesn't mean that it will make Pitbull songs faster.
Oh, so this isn't the song.
No, this is the song.
Well, this is embarrassing.
Step up with Boost Mobile's new upgraded network. Stronger signal, faster speeds, more coverage than before. Switch and get 4 unlimited lines for $25 per line per month and 4 free LG K51 phones. Access to upgraded network requires compatible device. New customers only. 4-line offer requires at least 1 port and activation from eligible carrier. Free phone limited to 1 per line while supplies last. Customers using more than 35 gigabytes of data during billing cycle may be deprioritized during times of congestion. Offers and coverage not available everywhere. Additional terms and restrictions apply. See boostmobile.com or retailer for full details.
Good morning from the Big Dog, WIFO-FM. So over the weekend they needed Carl Spackler and some explosives there to get the ball into the hole or off the crab. Is that right?
It was just an interesting conversation between him and Rory McIlroy. McIlroy was playing alongside of him. He said, "You better not hit that crab because if you kill him on live TV, you know how so Bubba didn't know what to do. The crab kept moving the ball in the sand trap, and it was like a 10-minute conversation. But the crab finally got out of there, but it looked like the crab died. I don't know if the crab died or not. It just was laying there. They never did say the crab, but it was something you never seen before in a golf event. Never seen a ball land on a live crab before.
Just like the end of Caddyshack. Yeah. It was just teetering right there on the hole.
But Bubba told Barry, he said, "I'm definitely not going to hit the ball with that crab there," because he said, "I just get slammed."